the unstoppable animal that will most likely outlive humankind and probably everything else on the planet. Welcome to the show. I'm Jonathan, and today we're talking about tardigrades. Also known as water bears or moss piglets, tardigrades are one of the most fascinating animals we have studied. They typically range from 0.05 millimeters to 1.2 millimeters long, so it's pretty small. While they have a cute name and are incredibly small, they are pretty aggressive looking when you get close. They have 8 legs and claws coming from each foot, and one of the wildest looking mouths that can extend outward to grab food. While it might look like they have teeth, they actually have 2 spears called stylets that are used to pierce and drink up their food. Looking at these wonderful things, you might think it moves and even looks like some sort of small mammal. They even share a lot of anatomy, like they have muscles for moving, stomachs that can hold and digest food, brains for thinking stuff, and eyes that can see light or dark, just no colors. Many of them actually have long hairs on their body that function similarly to cat whiskers. Unlike mammals, they don't have lungs or skeletons. Instead, they have a liquid structure called a hemolymph, which is full of nutrients. And they get their oxygen directly from water. There are over 1,000 species in the tardigrade family. Most of them will survive by eating algae, lichens, and moss. Is that how you say that? Lichens? But there are some that are actually carnivorous and even eat other tardigrades. And that's called cannibalism, folks, which is gross. Some species of tardigrade can reproduce asexually, meaning they don't need no man. The female will lay 1 to 30 eggs at a time, and since some of them only live for a few months, that means the offspring is reaching full maturity and reproducing in a very short period of time. While most only live a few months, there are some that can live up to 2.5 years. They can survive practically anything thanks to a physiological state called cryptobiosis. In this state, a tardigrade will retract its head and legs, roll into a ball, and drop their metabolic activity to as low as 0.01% of their normal rate. That's pretty wild, right? Well, I'm not done yet. They can also produce a protein that protects their body from radiation. What? Yeah, and I'm still not done. If put into extremely cold environments, they can form a shell around their body that protects them from ice crystals forming on their body. Then you can just drop some water on them and they get back to their life within a few hours. These little water bears can stay in this state of cryptobiosis for at least 30 years, and that includes their eggs. In 2016, a group of scientists were able to rehydrate 2 tardigrades and an egg. Within just a few days, they were already reproducing. There was even a claim in 1948 that they revived a tardigrade that was in cryptobiosis for more than 120 years. While they prefer to live in moist environments, tardigrades can survive just about anywhere. Research has shown that they can withstand temperatures as low as negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit and as high as 300. These crazy animals can also handle 6 times the pressure of the deepest parts of the ocean, and even the vacuum of space. It's rare to find an animal that can survive in all of these environments. And while we know there are deep-sea creatures that can easily handle the pressure of the ocean, they don't typically do so well when you toss them into space or a volcano. And to top it all off, these water piglets have been found fossilized in rock dating back more than 530 million years. That's nearly 300 million years before dinosaurs in what was called the Cambrian period. That means they have survived planet-changing, life-killing events. So it stands to say that they have been around way before anything else and most likely will be here after. This makes me more hopeful that we might find life on other planets, or, if we are lucky, we might find something similar on the asteroid Bennu. We got samples from that asteroid in October of 2020. Maybe there will be a tardigrade or a space bear on that asteroid. Maybe they came from asteroids in the first place. Either way, we'll see those samples in 2023. In the meantime, you can watch this video here to learn about the fascinating story of the Cambrian explosion. It might just be the whole reason we even have tardigrades in the first place. I guess it's like their origin story. A story that's 540 million years old. That's pretty cool. And as always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today?